Good morning. Hands in Chin Mudra and three Omkara. Next, everything is standing today. So let me. So before we stand, we'll do the Shithali Karana Asana. So with three types of Shithali Asana. One is the first one is roll your tongue forward and then inhale and exhale through the nose 3 times. The next type of Shithali is roll your tongue horizontally and then breathe in through the mouth, breathe out through the nose. So let's again do it 3 times, horizontal roll. And if you have any questions on how to do it, please unmute yourself and you can ask, and I'll be happy to explain again. So roll your tongue horizontally and inhale. Take slow and deep breaths. Exhale is very slow. This is a Shitali as well as Pranayam. So the next one of the Shitali series is Sadanti. Sadanti Shitali Pranayam is join your teeth together and then inhale through the mouth and then slowly exhale through the nose. So again, the thumb rule is one count of inhale and two counts of exhale. So if you inhale for about 4 seconds, exhale for about 8 seconds. So pace or slow down your exhale process. So let's do 3 times again pranayam. Keep the back straight as much as possible. Sukhasana or any yoga mudra asana preferred, but keep the back straight. The back should not be bent forward or lean back. Next, we'll do a quick warm up in the sitting pose, and then we'll go with the standing pose. So we'll do 20 strokes of Bhastrika. We'll do actually 20 into 2. So Bhastrika is forceful inhale and forceful exhale. So it's a belly based breathing. So take a deep breath in, forcefully in, and then forcefully out. So there is no slow breathe, slow out. So that is why Bhastrika is not considered as a part of classic yoga. It's not asana. It goes into the it's between yoga and kriya. So Bhastrika, Kapalbhati are not considered as yoga also in most of the classical yoga books. So there is still a debate or discussion because yoga is something that is very slow and that can stay. Pranayama, on the other hand, is a slow process that's a part of yoga. But Bhastrika and Kapalbhati are a kriya. A kriya, and the reason they are called kriya is also they don't heal anything in the body. What Bhastrika and Kapalbhati do is they trigger a lot of activities in the body and clean up the body. So that's why it's called Kriya. Kriya cleans the body and makes the body ready for yoga. So likewise, Bhastrika and Kapalbhati are, kind of Kriyas. They are still not considered as asana or pranayama. So forceful inhale and forceful exhale 20 times, and then we'll take a pause for a few seconds and then do a second 20. We'll do the last stroke of 20. So we'll stand up now. I'll raise my cell phone. Next is Ardha Chakrasan, Ardha Chandrasan, and Ardha Kati Chakrasan. Ardha Chakrasan is stand with the long two toes together, both the feet completely on the ground. The, and then slowly the effective asana is bending back, but the way we bend back or the way of doing it is push your hip forward. So keep the back the way it is. Don't try to keep it straight. Neither try to bend it. Push your hip forward. The moment you push your hip forward, the back will automatically go back. So that's the essence of asana. That makes it a circle. But instead, if you start bending the back, the hip will stay straight and your arch will not be complete. So push your hip, hands on the hips, and push your hips forward. Take a breath in and do it. You will feel a little giddy, but it is okay because in the morning, body is not used to going back and forth. At least in the back, you feel a little giddy. Second time, as you inhale, go back. Next is Ardha Kati Chakrasan. Ardha Kati Chakrasan is toes together and standing straight. The key is toes together, hands to the side, raise up, pull your hands up as much as possible. On the other hand, try to pull it down. So this hand pulls up, the other hand pulls down. So your body is getting an extremely good stretch, and then shoulders touching the ears. Keep the bend on the side, don't bend forward or backward. Keep it on the side. This is a very good stretch. This can be done even when we are at sitting for work. It can be done on a seated chair position also. Sit on the chair and hold your hands and try to bend on the both sides. That gives you a good stretch and rejuvenates you. So we'll go on the other side. Take a good stretch. One more time. This time faster. Next we have is twists. It's a free twist. So keep your feet a little wide, hip distance or a little more than hip distance, and then twists. Next is neck rotation. So stay feet separated and then rotate your neck clockwise, anti-clockwise. 5 times clockwise, 5 times anti-clockwise. Again with the breath. Half circle inhale, second half exhale. But when you rotate, make sure your chin touches the chest, your shoulders touch the ears, and then your back is completely exposed and pulled back, and then the neck is completely rotated. So 3, experience the stretch in each part of your neck. Opposite. The next asana that we'll do, again, it's not an asana, it's a kriya. So kriya helps you cleanse the body. So this kriya helps you cleanse the digestive tract. So your digestion is clear and the fat content goes down. So this kriya is called Nauli kriya. Nauli kriya is basically completely exhale. When you completely exhale, uh, you pull your anus in. So suck your anus inside. You put a upward pressure from the bottom, and then flap your tummy. And try to flap the tummy as hard as possible, so that there's a lot of pressure on your small intestine and large intestine, and the food particles go down. So try to keep in the kriya for 15 to 20 seconds or as much possible. So let's exhale. Flap. One more time. Exhale and flap the tummy. I'm looking at my list of asana. Next is Garudasana. So Garudasana, there are two legs. So two variations in Garudasana. So we'll do both of them once. So first, the two legs are together, standing next to each other, and then one crosses over the other and try to tuck the feet over the other. And the first leg is a little bent. It's not completely straight, but a little bent. And then if the right leg is straight, then keep the left hand straight and bend the right hand. This is again a focus yoga. So focus on a point which is very far. Other leg, I'm keeping the left leg straight now. And then the right hand fixed. So left hand wraps around. Next is Natarajasana. Natarajasana is also more of a focus. Natarajasana is the asana which Shiva usually, you must have seen in most of the dance poses. Shiva taking a form. So that's one of the extreme stage of Natarajasana. But we'll do the initial stages of Natarajasana. So again, hip distance feet. The trick is the feet which is going to stand straight. Try to bend, keep it not straight, but the feet, but try to keep it inward pointed. Focus on a point which is very far. Ideally said infinity, but look at something which is far away. Right now, in this case, I'm looking at the patio door knob of my house. So you can focus on something which is far in your house too. Get the stretch, fix your body. We'll do it one more time. The key is pulling the leg as much as possible up. I'm looking at my asanas. Okay. So we'll take the stretching asanas now, which is good for your back. Especially the standing asanas are very helpful when you're working from home, and it helps you get that stretch which we miss when we work in office. Toes together or hip distance, whatever works best for you. Hands folded, neck looking straight, and then get the stretch. We are doing a series of asanas here. So this is one of the best stretching asanas. Keep the back straight. Don't bend it. Keep it straight. Let the hands hang. Next, put your hands down. Put your neck down. You'll feel stretch in your lower back. Enjoy that stretch. Try and keep the knees straight. Don't bend the knees. The beauty of this asana is keeping the knees. So if you can't bend so much, try and bend as much as possible. This asana is all about perfection, or listening to your body. So there is no right way of doing it. The perfect way, probably no one has done it, but let's all try to do the best we can. Next, take your hands and touch your feet, and focus both your eyes on both your feet. So each eye looks at each toe and touch your feet. Knees are straight. If you can't touch the feet, keep your hands on the knees or try to go as slow as possible. But don't jerk your body, but let the body listen. You listen to your body and let the body go as much as it can. Next, hold the toes and then pull your body up while toes pull your body down. This is Pada Angushtasana. Next, actual Padhastasana, hand goes beneath, the palm goes beneath the feet. This is Padhastasana. Stay there in that asana. Feel the stretch. You can feel the stretch in your calf muscles, hind thighs, and back, and shoulders. Enjoy the stress. Slowly release and stay there in the downward position. Now touch toes are together. Try to touch your knees to the head to the knees. Sorry. Slowly come back up. Once you settle yourself up, push your hips forward. The Ardha Chandrasana. This is a complementary pose. I'm looking at my list. So we have the entire Trikonasana series today. Spread your legs at a comfortable distance. There is no fixed width how much to spread, but don't spread it too much that you become unstable. At the same time, don't keep it very close where you're too stable. Stay there. And then hands on the hips, looking forward. Body is completely relaxed. Don't put stress or pressure on your body. Relax. Hands go all the way down if possible. Otherwise, hold it on your knees or wherever best you can. Now look at the bottom. Instead of looking straight, put a head down and look at the bottom or gaze between your legs on the hind side. This is the basic form of Trikonasana. This is a preparatory asana for Trikonasana. So there are the most famous Trikonasana poses. One leg, one hand touches the other feet, and then hands up. There are multiple variations. We'll do two variations in that famous pose. So bend forward, hands in between. Make yourself comfortable. Check your stretch. And then one hand goes up. The chest has to be straight, so it has to be a complete twist. And then other hand goes up. Get the stretch. Let's do it faster. This is one variation. The second variation is this hand goes and touches the other feet. Stay there. Keep the knee straight. Other hand, other leg. Keep the knee straight. This is the initial set of Trikonasana. We'll go for the advanced Trikonasana series. We'll do Parivrata Trikonasana. Again, variations in Parivrata Trikonasana. Parivrata Trikonasana, the key is the way we keep the feet, the way the feet is being direction. So let's start with the right. So right feet turn completely and face it to the right. The left feet face it forward. So it is this direction, the right feet, left feet on this direction. Now your body twist from your waist and look at your right direction. So body is completely twisted. Left feet on this direction, right feet on the right direction. Take your left hand and place it next to your right feet and raise your right hand up. Bend forward, knees straight, both the knees are straight. Hands positioned next to your right feet and looking up. Replace that hand with come back up. Make the right feet point forward and left feet point to the left side. Twist your body to the left. Take your right hand, put it to the next to the left, and twist. Replace that hand and twist forward. In this asana, Trikonasana itself, we'll do variations and go into Baddha Konasana. So we'll start with right feet pointing outward, the Parivrata Trikonasana. Right hand goes next to the right feet. It is also called as Anjaneyasana, variation in Anjaneyasana. And then twist. I should go this side. Get the stretch. Opposite. Feet turns. We'll take a pause. I think there are a lot of new people who have joined who are doing it for the first time in this session. So I wanted to check how things are. If any changes are needed in the next 10-15 minutes yoga also. Suggestions to changes. Okay. Okay. So one of the things that we can remember is when we are doing yoga, previous day night, if we eat a little less dinner, I don't usually eat dinner, but if you can reduce the amount of food that you eat in the previous dinner, your body is more active and more flexible. So food makes us dormant. So let's try to reduce the food and that keeps us active. Since we are sitting, we have one asana today in the list, which has to be done in the sitting pose. That is Akarana Dhanurasana. So it's making a bow and arrow out of the body. So the way it is being done is so keep your legs stretched. Take your right leg, grasp it with your right hand and get the stretch. Back is straight always. It's a combination of asanas, but it is also one of the key asana, Akarna Dhanurasana. So the toes touches the ears and hand goes and touches the toes. So this becomes a archer pose where the archer is ready to shoot. Next, hold your left leg, get the stretch. We did Trikonasana. We'll go down the ladder. We'll do Samakonasana. That is one angle. Trikonasana is three angle. We'll do one angle and then two angle. Samakonasana is single angle. Dvikonasana is two angles. So Samakonasana is toes together and then hands forward. Dvikonasana is up. This gives you a very good stretch. Because of our bad sitting postures, it gives you that complete reverse twist which your body needs. Let's do a variation in some Dvikonasana. And then hands tied and then twist it. Get the most stretch. Pull your hands up. Gives you stretch. The next in the series that we have is Virabhadrasana series. So there are two variation, two variation in Virabhadrasana. We'll do both of them. Again, standing straight. Spread the legs. Comfortable length. Right leg. Twists. And then the left leg pointing the other side. Body is also twisted. And then hands join. Bend forward. Bend forward and look back. Pull your body up. Opposite side. So we'll do the second variation. Hands to the side. Get the stretch. This gives you a very good lower back stretch, which is needed. Okay. Next is Tadasana variations. Tadasana is the palm pose. The palm tree which we have seen is which we have in our houses also. Some houses have it in the front yard. It's fixed from the bottom, and as the tree grows tall, it starts wobbling on the top. So like that, we fix our feet. That's where the palm tree is, the base of the palm tree. The feet is completely fixed, toes together, and then take a stretch. Keep the body chest open. Stretch. Shallow breathing. Don't take deep breaths. Get a stretch. Close your eyes and enjoy that you're feeling unstable. After a few seconds, you start wobbling. Now we'll do Tiryaki Tadasana. Get the stretch and twist. Come back. One more time. I think we're done with most of the asanas. Only one asana in the sitting pose is left. That is Vakrasana. So twist, spread your legs, stretch it. Try to hold the feet. If not, hold um, your knees. There is yet another way if you can't hold the feet. That is, if you have a yoga mat or a towel, you can put it across the feet and try and get the stretch. So in this case, it would be one more mat here, one more your thread here, and getting the stretch. But if you can touch it, that's the best way. Heads down. Don't try to bend, but at every breath, try and stretch forward. Slowly raise your neck up and neck down. Slow raising your neck. Slowly come back and go into Shavasana. Hands to the side, looking on one side. Focus on the breath. Gently support your hands. Turn to the side. Eyes closed. And sit up. Sit in prayer position. ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः Thank you. Thanks, everyone. On Sunday, we are doing the International Yoga Day celebration. So, already think sent the flyer and details on this group a couple of times. So the plan is, if you have kids, please have them also join you. So because we'll do a couple of partner based yoga poses. Sorry, I'm gonna unmute everyone. Um, and then we will do partner based yoga poses also. And apart from partner based, the focus is going to be more on the backache. And then I've heard a few of members in this group talk about shoulder aches, shoulder ache and backache. So that's because probably that's coming because of continued work from home. So we'll do asanas that will help cure few of these neck and back and hand problems. So please register so that we get a count as to how many are joining. And if possible, share with your friends, but at least please register so we know who is coming. I'll again share the link on this group in after this session. Any feedback or suggestions on today? Okay.
It was good.
Okay. Thank you.